Good morning, Thursday, October 16th, and we are back with another MLB breakdown for the MLB Playoffs. Today we got the Brewers and the Dodgers and the Jays and the Mariners. Game 3 over here, Game 4 over there. We've been absolutely cooking. Yeah, if y'all have not joined the WAP yet, you are leaving money on the table. I say that confidently. It's insane at this point how hot we've been. And when I say we, I'm talking about pretty much specifically the data models. That's what's unique about this community. We're not selling picks. We're not here to sell you picks. What I'm here to do is sell you the edges that I've built via data modeling and then allow you to make your own picks and then tail what I post as well if you want to. I mean, if you really want to do what I do, go for it. If you don't, you want to do your own thing. If you want to do a mix, do your own thing and do a mix. It's all the same. You're going to win if you are disciplined and you actually follow the data. And don't you just crazy lottos. So, come join wap.com/RudeBets if you have not yet. Code RUDE for 25% off. Actually, you know what? In this video, if you're watching this on YouTube, in this video, in the description below, I'm going to drop a link that is a pretty much today-only discount, $20 for the month, $20 a month to join the community. I want more people in here, man. We had some huge hits last night. Cal Raleigh home run, George Springer home run, bang. This guy, Hundo Mix Sports here, we had some UTEP Blue Jays lower than on strikeouts for Kirby, Kawhi and Cooper, George Springer home run, Julio Rodriguez home run, Cal Raleigh and Randy Rosarena home run, Toronto on the money line. I nuked it last night, 2.5 units. 2.5 units. It was easy. Model said that the Toronto Blue Jays were undervalued as an underdog, so we took them. That's what we do. It is simply what we do, man. And we're going to do it again today. On top of that, we do have a certified edge. Also, yeah, another guy, Blue Jays, $440, $208, 104, 120, 234. We had the Will Smith over on hits. We had the Sal Frelick over on hits. Zach Ertz anytime touchdown for Monday night. I even had the free play hit too. The Freddie Freeman Sal Frelick combo. Telling you guys, we are cooking. If you haven't joined VIP yet, do it. Code RUDE for 25% off. Let's get into it. I'm going to pull up. Let's see here. We're going to look at some lines here. We're going to look at some lines here. Standler submitted a win. Let's see what this is real quick. Let me just see what this is real quick. Tet's first career touchdown pass caught by the sim. There we go. Touchdown catch, I think he meant. There we go. 250 to win 400. Tet for a touchdown. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right. Let's get in MLB. Let's get into MLB. Let's go through the slate. Brewers, Dodgers, game 1. Let's start there. Oh, brother. Dodgers are minus 172. This is a little bit more drastic than yesterday, what we saw with the Jays. Let's see. They're plus 160, call it. Okay, so 160 versus, we have them at 119. So, 119 versus 160 here. Yeah, once again, this is kind of like what we saw in the Blue Jays. Yesterday, the Blue Jays had 6% expected value. Today, the Brewers have 7% expected value. The only issue is Brewers are much longer odds than the Jays were yesterday. Not that much, actually. Well, yeah. Jays were 46% today. Their Brewers are 38%. So, this is a longer shot play, but it does have positive expected value. Also, though, I do want a disclaimer on this game here, Brewers versus Dodgers. We don't have a pitcher announced yet for the Brewers. I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check and make sure nothing's come out in like the last 20 minutes. But I'm pretty sure they have not announced a pitcher yet. And if so, that means that this simulation for the Brewers and Dodgers is subject to change. Yeah, there's no pitcher announced. Could be Priester, could be Quintana. We got Quintana. Oh. Quintana expected to pitch in Game 3 of the NLCS, but it's TBD if he will start or if there'll be an opener. So, a little bit of a guessing game that the Brewers have us playing here on that. But that's fine. Quintana should pitch a few innings, at least 3 if I had to guess. So we can kind of use him here as a placeholder for the starter to model out the game still. Yeah, we haven't gone for 3.3 innings anyway, so that makes sense. Probably going to see some Mizorowski maybe even too. So yeah, I think Brewers, I mean, I don't hate it. If Quintana can keep these guys, yeah, it's all about if they can get to the bullpen. But at that value, at that price, plus 160, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. Let's see. Shohei does have some great history versus Quintana. This is probably where they would use the opener. I wonder maybe if like Gasser would be the opener. I'm not sure who would do it. Maybe McGill. But I could definitely see there being an opener tonight based on just this first pick, like little snippet I've looked at with Shohei's history versus Quintana here in the last 3 years. 2 for 6 with 2 homers. The last thing the Brewers can afford really is to give a leadoff homer to Shohei Ohtani. So it'll be interesting to see if they end up doing an opener or not here. Try and avoid that. It wouldn't shock me. Yo, Tango, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, would not shock me. Shohei on the other side, though, here, I mean, look at, he hasn't really done much. Got some hard hit balls, though. Let's look at his last 10. So he's got a barrel against Freddie. It was an out. It was a line drive out. But other than that, nothing too hard. 99, 98, like those are good. But for Shohei, that's not that hard. Interesting. Okay. See what Glasnow's looking like here. 28% strikeout rate. Yeah, I figured he'd be around 30%. Projected out 16. That's not good for the Brewers. They need him to get out of the game. So where can they attack him? Well, not really on the hit side. He doesn't give up a lot of hits. It's the walks. The Brewers are going to have some patient at-bats here. Glasnow's walking almost 12% of batters this year. That is a massive number. That is a massive, massive number. Yeah. It's a huge number. So who has a high walk rate on the Brewers? Well, William Contreras. 14% walk rate. He is 0 for 8 versus Glasnow, though, with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Jeez. Trio's 1 for 7, 3 strikeouts. Terang is 3 for 8. So Terang is looking like he does all right against him. 1 for 8 from Yelich. Yelich is also on a generationally cold run. Vaughn 0 for 3. Oh, my gosh. Frelick 0 for 5. Durbin 1 for 3. Perk hasn't faced him, and Ortiz 0 for 4. So pretty much nobody on the Brewers has any good sort of history against Glasnow. All right. Yeah. I can't say you love that. Cannot say you love that. Let's look at what Glasnow's walks are. I'm sure the Brewers are going to try to get back to that style of baseball. Let's look at pitcher walks. Tyler Glasnow's line for walks today is 1.5. I think that's. I personally think Glasnow over 1.5 walks is pretty good. I think Glasnow over 1.5 walks is a really good look. Like I was just showing you guys, he's walking batters 11.75% of the time. League average is 9.47. It's a really high walk rate. And the Brewers, they need to win. They're probably going to dial it back on the swings. They're not going to be like game 1, especially game 2. The reason Yamamoto went the whole game is because they were just swinging at everything. They lost everything that they did all year long and just decided that they needed to try and hit a home run on every swing, and they just lost sight of who they were. I'm pretty sure that they had to talk about that. They're going to take much more patient at bats. Glasnow over 1.5 walks. I'm going to be looking for that line. It is on DK right now and ESPN. Yeah, Glasnow 1.5 walks. I think you could even look at potentially Glasnow 2.5 walks plus 246. It's a good value long shot. It is a good value long shot. So keep that in mind if y'all are looking for some pitcher props. All right. Quintana on the other side, I don't think he's going to go deep enough to even take for any sort of props. I do not think Quintana goes deep enough to take any sort of props. Only 3 innings. You can't really do much there. Also, he's not even announced as a starter, so there's no lines for him. So you can't really look at him yet. Batters in this game. Oof. Well, tell you what. Look at these lines. Andrew Vaughn. Start with Shohei. Ohtani for a hit, minus 235. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I have him at minus 256, so can't say that I disagree with that minus 235 line for Shohei. That's one you could definitely take, especially if you're looking to do like a 2-man. Mookie Betts would be the second best here. Mookie's sitting at minus 260. Now that I do not agree with. Would not touch Mookie for minus 260. Would not touch him. Freddie Freeman. Minus 180. Nah, Freddie Freeman's not really worth it either for a hit here. Teoscar, let's see what his fair odds are. Minus 150. Yeah, Teoscar, not really worth it. How about Will Smith? He was clutch for us last game. We're sitting at minus 136. What do they got Will Smith sitting at today? Minus 200. Yeah, Dodgers hitters outside of Ohtani, I really don't think Dodgers hitters are going to be where you're looking for hits today. I do not think Dodgers hitters are worth it for hits today. There's just no value. What about like Alex Call? I mean, we're not taking Alex Call. What am I talking about? Pages maybe? Andy Pages, minus 175, minus 229. Yeah. Pages could be another one that's good for a hit. So Pages and Shohei Ohtani are the only 2 guys on the Dodgers that have any sort of positive expected value for a hit tonight. Let's look at the Brewers here. Churio, he's minus 195. Churio's not bad for a hit today either. So Pages, Shohei, Churio. Terang, we're sitting at minus 175. We have him at minus 169. That's essentially fair value for Terang. He's not a great play, but he is fair value. Contreras, minus 185 for Contreras. He's sitting at minus 153. Would not touch that. Yelich, Yelich has been rough, but maybe he's got some value because of that. Minus 175, minus 161. Yeah, Yelich is fair value as well. Okay, so there's a few options here for hits. Sal Frelick sitting at minus 155. Yeah, Frelick's another good one. So the value for hits today is on the Brewers. The value for hits in this game is on the Brewers. Churio's good value. Sal's good value. Yelich and Terang are fair. You got options there on the crew. You have options on the Brewers. Yeah, you definitely have options on the Brewers today. Caleb Durbin, I wouldn't take him against a righty. Yeah, that's exactly minus 143. His line's minus 145. So fair value there. Home runs in this game, I mean, probably nobody that's going to jump off the page. Ohtani plus 250 is crazy. Ohtani plus 250 is crazy. It's not something I'd be interested in. Teoscar, Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman at the plus 8. Now Tommy Edman at the plus 870 mark is good. I think Tommy Edman's the best home run play in this game. Specifically, if Jose Quintana pitches. This is all assuming Quintana's the pitcher. Issue is he probably only gets 1 at bat against him, maybe 2. So you're almost just as good at taking an Edman first at bat homer, but yeah, him and Enrique Hernandez both have decent home run odds. The plus 800s, Edman and Enrique have good value. For the Brewers, can't say that anybody really has good value. There's not really good value for the Brewers. Yeah, I mean, I think I just went over a lot of really good plays in this game. So do with that as you will. I will be taking these plays once lineups get confirmed, and I'll post them in the WAP. So if you haven't joined WAP.com/RudeBets, use code RUDE to join the VIP. Code RUDE, RUDE, to join the VIP on the WAP. These models are all built into the WAP too, so anybody who signs up gets to use this. You guys can come in here and play with these apps. That's game one. Let's look at game two here. Okay, so we like the Mariners here at -124. That's pretty much what their line is right now, though. They're sitting at -125 on everything. So there's not really much here on the money line. There's not really much here on the play or on who's going to win the game. Yesterday we had a 6% expected value advantage on the Blue Jays money line. We hammered it. It won. As you see here, a lot of us took it. Toronto, I took it 235, paid out 485. We had a guy who was so confident in it, he doubled down when they went down in the first inning, 100 to win 440. Yeah, we took Toronto because we had a pretty good advantage there yesterday. We got a submission. Hold on, let me approve this. Sim is a bankroll builder cheat code. What do you know? All right. The wins are looking good, man. The wins are looking good. People are making a lot of money in this community, man. 250 to win 400, another big one. Come on, man. Come on. All right, let's look at this game. So 55% chance of Mariners win. No value on that either side. I mean, I think that the Mariners are fair value, but I wouldn't. It's not enough for me to take it. Scherzer, we got him going 4 innings, so about 12 outs. 12.23 outs for Scherzer is what the sim has him at. Scherzer's not that impressive. Like, his numbers aren't that good. His numbers are not that good. His strikeouts, 22%. That's nothing crazy. Home runs, he allows 5% of batters to hit a homer. That's a lot. That's very high. So home runs are definitely in play in this game. Hits, he allows league average hits. His walks are good. His walks are solid. Innings pitched per game, he's going about 5 innings a game this year, and his runs are not that great. So, yeah, you're going to see good home run probabilities here. Cal Raleigh, Eugenio Suarez, even Polanco and Canzone are decent. Let's start there. Let's look at these home runs. Let's start with home runs. All right, Cal Raleigh sitting at plus 240. I mean, that's not really that good of a line. It's okay. Canzone at plus 600. That's fair value as well. Eugenio Suarez plus 425. Suarez has good value. I think Suarez is the value play here. Suarez for a home run is the value play here. Polanco at plus 475. Yeah, that's not great. It's really just kind of Suarez. Eugenio Suarez for a home run. 21% chance. Looks pretty good. He matches up well in the pitch mix, 5.74 out of 10, which in the playoffs, that's a really good rating. You're not going to see much higher than that in the playoffs. So, yeah, I'm good with Suarez today for a homer. Bro sold you yesterday? Can't think like that, T-Bully. You can't think like that, because the second you ban him is the second he performs. Can't worry about yesterday. You got to forget about what happened yesterday. You got to forget about what happened in the past. You can only look at what you have ahead of you, and he has a decent chance for homer today. I don't like Suarez for anything else. I would not take him for a hit. I would not take him for anything but a home run. Suarez, only thing that would be in play today would be just a home run play for him. You're not touching him for anything else. Maybe hits, runs, and RBIs, but that's about it. All right, let's look at Castillo's numbers here. 21%, 22, 3, 6. He's average. He's pretty much average everywhere. Yeah, Castillo's average everywhere. I don't see anything for him that says he's going to be good or bad. I do have him going about 5 innings, 15 outs. That could be interesting. Thank you, S. Willie. NFL No Sweat expires tomorrow at 3 a.m., so got to throw on something in tonight. Yes, that's a good point. I will make sure I do that. I will make sure I do that. I forgot that they start expiring that on Friday mornings. So, yeah, we got to lock that in. But let's look at this. Oh, my God, I don't see much. Springer. I mean, he's kind of been the only guy that lights up the simulation here. Last 2 games in a row, he's lit it up, and on the field, he's done the same. He's lit it up. So today, I mean, Springer, I feel like you could ride him while he's on a hot streak. Look at his line for hits. George Springer sitting at minus 221. I mean, that's going to be fair value. That's going to be good. That's going to be like a George Springer Shohei 2-man. I mean, like that gets you back to around the plus 100 mark, and it's a pretty good chance to hit. So I do think there's some positive expected value in Shohei and in George Springer for a hit today. Let's see who else on this team. Nathan Lucas. He's at minus 200. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. Vladdy. Not at minus 240. I don't know if I like him there. Yeah, nah, man. Nah. Alejandro Kirk's a good guy for a hit, too, honestly, usually. Let's see. Oh, he's at minus 210, too. Jeez. Okay, well, there's not really going to be many Blue Jays people that are going to have positive expected value for the hit. These lines they're taxing you a lot. They are taxing you a lot after how well the Blue Jays did yesterday. George Springer is really the only guy that I would look at for a hit on that team. On the other side, geez, these don't look that good either. Naylor might be a decent play here. Josh Naylor, minus 186. Yeah, I like Naylor. He's fair value. Minus 185 is his line. He's fair value for a hit. J-Rod's red hot. His lines are going to be inflated. Yeah, he doesn't even have lines, really. Minus 200. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. Canzone. What about Dominic Canzone for a hit? This is an interesting one. I'll get to it in a sec, Buzzy. Let me just look at Canzone here. Yeah, Canzone. I mean, this is a wild line. Canzone plus 100 to get one hit. I can't say that I hate taking a risk on that, especially with this pitch mix matchup. He does really well against cutters, and that's the secondary pitch. I mean, he's only gotten, he's not lighting up the stat sheet here. Double play, out, single, out, single, double, out, single, home run. So he hasn't really done much in October. He has one hit in October. So I understand why his line is plus 100, but I think there's good value in that, if we're being honest. I don't mind that. Let me see something. Yeah. This is crazy. I mean, Dominic Canzone, I just wanted to make sure this was right. It is right. Canzone's hitting 308 versus righties this year. If you're going to give me a guy that's hitting over 300 versus righties for plus 100 for a hit, I feel like you have to take the bait. If they're going to bait me into taking that, like, okay, I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to take that. So that's a pretty good play. I don't know how all right, I guess call me crazy, but we're going to be in on Dominic Canzone for a hit tonight. Yeah. Springer home run? I don't love it. He's got him and Varsho have the 2 best chance on this team, but his odds for a home run, man, they're, especially after yesterday, sitting at plus 400. I think it's a little too low of odds for that. Canzone was my neighbor back in the day. I'll ask him. Was he really? Is that real? That's like a really random thing to make up, so I feel like it has to be real. Like, I don't think anybody's like going to just randomly say that they were neighbors with Dominic Canzone of all people. Like, Doesn't make sense. Can you do Dodgers? I already did the Dodgers. I went through the whole thing already. But I'm going to go back in here for Buzzy and look at the Glasnow strikeouts. Don't love playing 130 over 5.5. I think he goes over. He pitches 5+ innings. Yeah, if he pitches over 5+ innings, I think he goes over Buzzy. But here's the thing: his walk rate is so high. The Brewers know this. If I know this, the Brewers know this. If I'm looking at these analytics right here, the Brewers staff is looking at these analytics. They know Glasnow has a high walk rate. They know that they were really impatient from the plate against Snell and against Yamamoto. They were swinging at way too many pitches. I think they're going to try to draw some walks, get some guys on base, and then put some runs across the board. I'm not convinced that they're going to strike out that much. I think they're going to go back to this kind of number here, this 7 strikeouts a game, 26th best versus 26th hardest strikeout matchup. Like, I don't know. I don't know about the Glasnow strikeout line. Yeah, obviously if he goes 6-7 innings or whatever, 6-7. If he goes 6 or 7 innings, he's 100% going to clear 5.5. If he gets into the 7th inning, yeah, he's getting 6 strikeouts. But I think the Brewers' goal today, after what they just went through in Game 1 and Game 2, is they need to get into that Dodgers bullpen. Like, at all costs. They have to get into that Dodgers bullpen. So they're going to rely heavily on this 11.75% walk rate. They're going to lean into that, and they're going to try to draw some walks, get guys on base. So that scares me for his strikeout number, 5.5. Yeah, if he goes into the 6th inning, he probably gets it. So makes kind of sense why his 5.5 is -130, but for me personally, in this type of game where the Brewers are basically in elimination game essentially here, I wouldn't expect them to be swinging as much. So, but if you take it, I don't blame you. I could see why. After Game 1 and Game 2, I could totally see why you'd want to take Glasnow strikeouts. But yeah, I think the Brewers get swept. Probably. I'm probably going to take the Brewers today, though. I just think they have really good value. They're extremely undervalued at +160 today. +160 is a crazy line. I think that's an overreaction. I think the Dodgers probably win this game, 54% chance. But I mean, if they're going to give me the Brewers at +160 instead of +120, I gotta take it. You think Yelich wakes up here? Yeah, you'd hope. You would hope. But it's not just Yelich. You need everyone to wake up. There's not a single Brewer that has played well in this series outside of maybe Churio. And really it's just Churio's home run, like 1 home run. Other than that, like nobody's done anything. So, covering NFL at all? Not in this stream, no. I will be covering NFL in the WAP, though. I'll be posting stuff in the WAP. So if you haven't joined yet, I'm going to post some stuff in here for NFL tonight, as well as MLB is obviously too. But if you want, you guys can come in here and you can look at the NFL sim. So if you join the WAP, you get access to the NFL sim. You can come join, look through it, and grind it out. The same style as MLB. You can click on the game. You can look through all the projections. You can click on any player, get all the stats. So you can build however you want if you come join. How's the fantasy team doing? Not good. They're all injured. My QB1, Joe Burrow, out. My RB1, Bucky Irving, out. My wide receiver, Emeka Ibuka, out. Like I got nobody left, man. I'm playing with scraps, and it's a 12-man league, so like, fantasy team's not doing well. I could not beat the injuries this year. Can't stay healthy. I'm playing like Sean Tucker or something at running back. Like it's rough. I do not have NHL right now, but I'm potentially going to build one out for it. We have MLB, NFL, college football, college basketball, and NBA. So when NBA comes out, people love the NBA tool, man. The NBA product was amazing. People loved it last year. So it's going to come back out here when the season starts. And yeah. So get in now. If y'all have not joined. It's really cheap to join this community. People sell picks for a lot more expensive than what I give you guys full tools for. So. Yeah, I mean, let's just quickly look here. One more thing. Let's look at this leaderboard. Pitch mix rating. Yeah, it's Naylor and Raleigh. Springer, Ohtani. Canzone. Makes sense. I really like this Canzone hit play tonight. I'm telling you guys. I think that's the sneaky sharp play of the day is Canzone for 1 hit. I don't know how they have him at plus 100 for that. Does he come out early of the games? Maybe that's the problem. Let me see here. Let me just quickly see if Canzone comes out early. If that's the issue, yeah, he does come out early. He got swapped out yesterday. But he still got 3 at bats. I think essentially as long as there's not a lefty pitching. Yeah, as long as it's a right-handed pitcher on the mound, Canzone will stay in. But if they bring in a lefty, then they pull him. So that's your risk there. That is your risk on Canzone. So. You're already locked, Hundo? There you go. There we go. All right, chat. I'm going to hop offline. I'm going to, I'll be active in the WAP community all day. So if you guys have any questions, come join the WAP, ask some questions. We do have a free section as well where you can join. I post about a free play kind of almost every day. There is also a promo in here too. If you guys want to get $20 monthly, there is a promo link in the free section too. So join the WAP.com/RudeBets. Join the free section. Get this promo for only $20 for a month to get access to all the plays and all of the research tools and projections for MLB, NFL, college football. We're on a 16-4 run in college football. I found a major edge in the market using my model. We're on a 16-4 run using that edge for college football. So those plays will come out tomorrow as well. But yeah, come join if you haven't yet. I will catch y'all later. Peace out. Good luck. And I'll see you later.